Hey there, you guys. This is gonna be a channel message slash reading, I guess, depending on how things work out. So I just felt guided to do this reading. I know I already did a full moon lunar eclipse reading for the collective and a love energy reading, but I don't know if it's just you or or if it's just me, but I'm feeling like this full moon is like hella like annoying. It's like very challenging. I don't know if I'm the only person feeling it, but I have a feeling I'm not. Just based upon like a couple of my friends who are into astrology and stuff like that, who follow the moon cycles and whatnot. So everyone I talk to, they are like either stressed or doubting themselves in fear, acting out of character. And for me, it's like I feel like I've been being second guessing myself, doubting myself a lot, like really beating myself up. And not only that, um, kind of out of character, like really anxious and just doing things that I might not necessarily do normally or even would feel comfortable or confident enough to do. So it's kind of like what's going on and kind of crazy. Okay, so something's coming up. So let me just sit here and process what this is. I don't know what this means, but Spirit is saying, like, don't let go of your hats. And I feel like your head, like, don't lose your head. Yeah. Um, a lot of them are saying, don't lose your head or your mind over the situation because this is something that is passing. It's not, I'm saying it's not permanent. Whatever conflicts you're facing right now, they're saying it's a test to see if you're really ready to move on to the next level, is really what they're saying. They're saying to concentrate on the task at hand or concentrate on what it is that you really desire for yourself. They said this is not the time nor the place, or I feel like they're saying the space, really. When they say place, they mean space. This isn't the time or the space to lose hope or to lose faith in self. They're saying you're not wrong and you're on the right path. They're saying, however, this energy is to shake you up and to get you ready if you are ready. I'm seeing like this vision of like a carrot dangling, like, so the carrot's there, the reward is there for you, but it's like you gotta continue the race. Don't throw in the towel, don't give up just yet. I'm getting like two different things. I'm getting people are wanting to give up on what gives them life and also wanting to give up on life. Spirit is saying this energy is very temporary. It's not as detrimental as it may appear right now to you. It's all an encouragement and a push to faith. Okay, so they said that's all. Pull some cards. So I'm gonna pull some cards. It's kind of crazy. This one last. So yeah, that's where everyone's at. Conflict and defeat. That's for sure. Prosperity begins. Hope. Emotional loss. New beginnings. The heart chakra. Triumphant success. And financial and material changes. Okay. I'm going to pull clarifiers, of course, as usual. Clarify all 8 cards. Divine Spirit, what is the message? interesting cards. So, first we have conflict and defeat. And this is a mental card. This is about the mental aspects. So, right now, it's like going through this energy of being conflicted. All of these things in your mind, telling yourself that maybe I'm not on the right path, maybe I'm not doing the right thing, maybe I'm not seeing things in the way that they truly are, maybe I'm going crazy. Because there's so many energies in the background, and this person's like trying to deny them, like pushing, can't really see them, they're like silhouettes. To me, that's like spirit or your ancestors or your angels or your guides, and this person's like has their hands up like they're trying to push them away. And it's like, I don't want to hear what you have to say. The Page of Wands is like you're conflicted with how to move forward or how to take action, whether it's something specific or just how to move forward in this energy. You're going to have to um, take a risk. The Page of Wands is a younger energy. It's a young person that's doing this. They're very, I don't want to say aloof, but in a way that they are. They're like the lower, I like to think of the Page of Wands as like the less um not the less important, but they're like an aspect of the Fool, or their situation as is not as important as the Fool. The Fool would be like taking major leaps, quitting a job knowing that you don't have another job to back you up, but you're just trusting that spirit is guiding you somewhere by doing that. That's the Fool. The Page of Wands is kind of like, I'm shy and I'm scared. I don't want to speak to that person. That's kind of the thing that I'm getting with that. It's like not as major as the Fool card. So you're defeated by taking some sort of action that maybe you have not taken before, or challenges you in a new way, in a different way. You can shift out of this easily. With the number 5 here is all about shifts, a change, a major change. So by doing this, adopting this energy of taking a new approach or action, actually shifts you out of that conflict. You have the Prosperity Begins card with the 9 of Wands. So you're getting very close. It's like you have to work with the universe. Both hands here, like two people supporting each other. So I feel like you have to work and do your part with the universe in order for you to get to the end of this cycle, okay? It's not easy. Um, it's not an easy cycle. It is a challenging one. With the 9 here, it tells me that it is coming to a close, or you are going to conclude what the cycle is, or you're going to figure out what it is that you truly want to build, because it is coming up on the surface. All of this hard work was not for nothing, is what I'm getting. Then you have the Hope card, which is a major arcana. Then you have the Queen of Swords with it. So the Hope card is telling you that you have the enlightenment in your hands to bring about what it is that you desire. And even that light stands here on her sword, which is, I'm getting that belief, that clarity, that knowing, that speaking your truth. The number 7 and number 8 has been coming up a lot for me. I don't know if it's anybody else has been getting that same sequence. 17 even too. I see 17 a lot, which in numerology will add up to 8. So I'm seeing 7s and 8s a lot, and even 17. I'm getting that it's like a sign that you're on the right path. You need to know that. So if you are seeing these numbers, Spirit is telling you you're on the right path, and to keep faith, keep hope. It's in your hands. It's not out of your reach. It's not unobtainable. This is like the star card. When we look up at the stars, we look at them as something far and distant from us. In this sense, it's saying whatever it is that you feel is unobtainable, unreachable, is actually able to manifest through you. You have the ability to do that, and you need to trust in your wisdom, trust in your knowing. I'm also getting to speak hope into yourself or into existence, or affirm that whatever it is that you want for yourself, or to uplift yourself or encourage yourself during this time, to speak life into yourself, speak good things into existence. Here you have emotional loss with the 7 of Cups. So emotionally, you might be feeling as though you got to walk away from all of these cups, all of these fantasies, all of these desires of your heart. It's like, I can't have all things at once. So it's like you don't believe that you can have like, if I decide to go to college, I can't have a romantic partner, or I won't be able to focus on my hobbies and whatever, being a writer because I have to focus on school. It's like Spirit is telling you that you can have it all, but you have to choose wisely. You can't have too many things at once. I'm getting that you can't have certain things. Like, you get to pick and choose. It's like your heart is hurting because you're seeing things from a limited perspective. Like, if I become a doctor, then that must mean that I'll never be able to play sports again or something. It's just like silly things. Like, I can't have a career in a relationship. It's like that's not the truth of it. It's like you can find a healthy balance and an equal balance with what you want. Don't try to pick too many things out at once. Like, okay, I'm going to get married, then I'm going to have kids, and then I'm going to focus on my career. It's like, take it one step at a time. So a lot of you are just hurting and feeling a sense of loss over nothing because you feel like you can't have what you want, whether it's one or two things or three things. It's like you don't believe that these cups stand for you, that they're actually something you can reach and take out. Okay, you're getting messages. A lot of you are getting signs and synchronicities. Like I said, pay attention to numbers that show you're on the right path, especially if it causes a lot of passion within you. You're on the right track. Next, we have New Beginnings, which is like the Fool card with the Four of Wands. Okay, so there's some stability that stands for you at the end of the cycle. You're headed towards a new life, a new beginning. Risks are needed to be taken. So I'm getting the risk is believing in yourself and not in these mental conflicts or feeling as though this energy is above you and it's controlling you. It's all in your perception. It's all in the way that you take action and the way that you move forward. So with the Four of Wands, there's stability here. There's some sort of celebration, or at least an energy of feeling, getting like an energy of feeling like you've accomplished something, or you're stable in this energy, like, wiping the sweat off of your forehead, like I've done it, I made it through it, that type of thing, like feeling relieved, a sense of relief. Here we have the heart chakra with the Empress. For some of you, the Empress is a lover, whether it's male or female, someone that your heart is set on. Also, I'm getting an energy of needing to nurture your heart right now. Nurture what's there. Nurture your true feelings. What it is that you truly desire for yourself. Do I want love or don't I? Um, do I want to go forward in this job or don't I? It's kind of that energy that I'm getting. So with the Empress, it's all about nurturing, but also having self-discipline with yourself, like a mother. Your mother has as much patience as she can possibly have with you, but if it's like you're not following the rules, you're not paying attention to what your heart is telling you, or in this case your mother is telling you, then it's like you're gonna get disciplined. So I'm feeling like your heart is speaking to you and it's telling you the things that you need to nurture and focus on and have patience with. Usually the Empress is pregnant in traditional tarot. So it's like a cycle of pregnancy. You have to go through the first trimester, the second, the third, until you get to that, the birth of what you want. And a lot of you are feeling birthing pains right now. It's like, oh my God, when is this going to be over? This is so stupid, or I'm so dumb, or this isn't real, or that's not going to happen, or I just need to give up. It's like you're in that labor pain stage, and it's like you're having all these contractions. It's like, damn, when is this baby coming? That's what I'm feeling like. So it's like the birth of things that are in your heart, but also you need to continue to nurture the baby. You can't just stop saying, I'm not going to eat anymore just because this baby's getting on my nerves. I'm not going to feed it, or, um, I just don't want to focus on the fact that I'm pregnant with the child. That's the energy that I'm getting. Lastly, we have the Three of Pentacles with the Triumphant Success card. So I'm getting that if you continue to work, continue to build, work with spirit, really. The Three of Pentacles to me always reminds me of the Holy Trinity, working with spirit, God, your higher self, you in the physical body, to get the success that you desire, that ultimately a lot of is there, because it's kind of funny that some of these cards line up together in a way. Triumphant success with the Hope and the Queen of Swords, which is all mental, as well as a triumphant success card. This is a mental element card. So it's like, you know, ultimately that you can't obtain the unobtainable, or what you would have believed to be unobtainable. You know that you can have it. But I'm getting that spirit wants you to work with them. Um, that brings to mind of, so I was doing a reading for someone yesterday, and it had came up that in order to move on in life and to release things, to try this letter thing that I do. It's kind of something that I already do already, but it has a different aspect to it. So I was getting to tell her to write out everything that she wants to release in her life, whether it be aspects of herself, like, you know, I wish I would stop drinking so much coffee, or I release this friends. It's like things that you're ready to. Don't put things on the list like I'm ready to quit smoking when you know that you're not ready to quit smoking. So only things that you're ready to release and people you're ready to release. Also, I advise her to write a forgiveness letter to herself, asking to forgive herself for whatever things she's still holding on to. So, um, also to write a letter asking for forgiveness from other people who you felt you may have wronged, and also um, writing a letter to those that you wish to forgive as well. Once you're done with that, I would advise to get a candle. You can work with white candles. They don't have to be big. They can be small. They can be prayer candles. Set the intentions that I am releasing. This is my release candle. This is my forgiveness candle. Um, Whatever you feel guided to do, and burn the letter or bury the letters under the moonlight. We're still in the full moon phase, so it's still going to work, I feel. So that's what I'm getting to tell you. Then with the last card we have financial and material changes with the Four of Swords. So you really need to ponder and take a second to meditate. Not like the hermit. You don't have to spend heavy time in meditation. But I'm getting with the Four of Swords, it's a short period of time. Am I really ready for the changes? Am I really ready to take my hands and grab these things that I say I want? So these changes that are coming about, for some of you, it is a financial change. It could be a new career move. It could be material changes, meaning your whole life will change. Like, you might move. You might meet the love of your life. You might shift how you see the world. It's like, are you ready for these changes that are about to come? And you really need to sit on that. Like, am I ready for it? Can I take on this position in my career that I'm really asking for? Am I really ready to dedicate my life? Not in a sense where you have to give up yourself, but where I'm adding an addition to my life. Am I really ready to start a family? Am I really ready to move out of the country? Am I really cut out for this? But don't do it in a space where you're in fear. Look at it as, do I really want this, or am I going to be unappreciative of when I get it, or be like, well, that's not really what I wanted? So Spirit is telling you to really think about it and go back to your heart's desires again. All right, so I want to see what advice the angels have for us. I'm going a little bit over than what I anticipated. So what is the advice that the angels and spiritual guides, the guardians of the universe who lovingly guide us and assist us, ask for highest guidance, highest truth, highest clarity? Ask God, the Creator, to also send us and deliver us a message during this time. What is the message that you wish to relay to us? The Queen of Water, and it says, tender-hearted, empathetic, patient, loving. Relationships develop to a new level. Trust your intuition, care for yourself and others. So again, that nurturing Empress energy comes up. Really only focus on what is in your heart, because your mind, I feel like, is, I'm just gonna say, it's, your mind is fucking with you. And it's like kind of like a test, like Spirit says, do you really trust? Do you really trust in yourself? Do you really believe in what's in your heart? Do you really know what's in your heart? I'm getting to nurture yourself and have patience with yourself and also others around you, because people might be testing you. They might make you upset. But you have to understand that this energy is not just affecting you, it's affecting the collective. That's just how planetary alignments, things work. They affect us in different ways. We're all spiritual beings, so we're not separate from the universe. Nothing in this universe is separate from us, not even you from me. So we have to look at it in that way. And empathetic, I'm really getting, is a sign to pay attention to your feelings, not so much of what's going on in your mind, because your mind is like all over the place. And it's picking up on fears, it's picking up on this person's fears and their doubts and their worries and, you know, old stuff in your mind. I feel like that's why it's important to try to do these releasing um, rituals, if you want to call them that, or methods. And you can even do your own practices and releasing and clearing your energies as well, working with crystals, drinking lots of water, taking salt baths, um, Himalayan salt, sea salt are good. Taking bath with your crystals, meditating with your crystals, going out in nature, getting grounded. All of these things are going to help you get through this. And for some reason, I'm getting to write too. Like, write out all of your desires, or write out all of your fears too, and burn it under the moonlight. Just release it and let it go. Just really get real with yourself. What is really the problem? What's really holding me back? Why am I so afraid? And then if it's something specific that you're wanting right now, write down why do you want it? And that will clarify everything for you. Okay? So that's your reading. Hope this resonates, that it was helpful. I know I went over a little bit. Um, but hope all is well, that this new moon does turn out to be helpful and beneficial, which I believe it will be. It's just hard to see that right now. But as always, I send you guys lots of love and lots of light.